Mayor Dennis Browning is a retired Saginaw police officer, having served the city of Saginaw for 32 years. He graduated from Douglas MacArthur High School in Saginaw Township. He has been a city resident for over 49 years. Mayor Browning attended Delta College Police Academy while a police cadet in 1969. In 1970, Mayor Browning was promoted to patrolman and served in both the patrol and investigative divisions during his career. Specializing in crime prevention and community relations, Mr. Browning worked in the schools as a resource officer, served as DARE coordinator, and filled the role of Crime Stopper coordinator for Mid-Michigan region. Officer Browning received many police and community awards during his service. Mayor Browning is currently a corporate security advisor for Teach Out Security Solutions with offices in Flint, Saginaw, Lansing, and Detroit. His community involvement includes serving on the 911 Authority Board of Directors, MBS Board of Directors, Saginaw County Land Bank Authority of Directors, Saginaw Future Board of Directors, STARS Board of Directors, member of the Michigan Association of Mayors, and he is the current chairman of the Supervisory Committee for Family First Credit Union. Mayor Browning has also served as past president of the Saginaw Child and Abuse and Neglect Council, former chairman of Peace Lutheran Day School. Mayor Browning was appointed to City Council in 2000, serving 13 years.
Well, good morning, and thank you for attending the 2018 State of the City, State of the County address. It's good to see so many here. I would like to take this opportunity to thank the community president and group manager, Laura Yaki of Chemical Bank, for the wonderful introduction and really their involvement in the Great Lakes Bay region. I mean, we heard from Saginaw and Saginaw County, but it even expands even more than that. So thank you very much for that. And special thanks to Saginaw County Chamber of Commerce for hosting today's event. Let me first start with some introductions. Joining me on this special morning is my high school sweetheart and beautiful wife of 48 years. Sue is over here, joined by my two daughters, Amy and Sarah. So please give them a hand. Without the support of my devoted family, I would not be here today. Also in attendance this morning are my fellow council members who have shown themselves to be strong and competent leaders. I cannot say enough about their commitment and their fortitude. I would like to ask them to please stand and be acknowledged. Mayor Pro Tem Floyd Clark, council members John Mill, Brenda F. Moore, John Humphreys, Clint Bryant, Damon L. Tibbs, Annie Bench, and Michael Balls. Please give them a hand. Thank you. Our senior manager, Tim Morales, is unable to join us today as he's attending the Michigan Municipal Executives Winter Institute. Tim has shown genuine leadership since taking the position of city manager in 2014. His is a 24/7 job, and I know firsthand that his vision and dedication is second to none. Tim and his dedicated staff has helped us navigate through some challenging times, and certainly want to thank our city manager. I would also like to thank the City of Saginaw administration and all the city employees. They work diligently every day to rebuild our city and grow our economy. They are doing more with less, and they're getting it done. Would all the members of our city administration and our staff please stand to be recognized? Thank you. Today is an exciting day in our city. We come together to reflect on progress and to look forward to what is coming next. In recent years, the City Council and management has had to focus on efficiencies, eliminate waste, consolidate departments, and determine the best outcome, both operationally and fiscally for the city, while still providing quality service. Our city manager, Tim Morales, and his team has been able to improve the city's financial position by proactively managing our expenses and budget. We have been able to grow our general fund balance from a low of $270,000 in 2013 to about $4.3 million at the completion of the fiscal year 2017. Today, we are in a more secure position with a fund balance that would support 45 days of operation compared to 3. The continued economic, thank you. The continued economic growth and development in our city is apparent. The projects are too numerous to mention them all, but I must highlight the Bancroft Eddy Residential Development, CMU College of Medicine, Riverview Brownstones on Hamilton, Delta College Saginaw Center, and the SVRC Marketplace Investment. All of these projects add up to over $100 million in investment. I'm amazed at the transformation that has taken place in our downtown area. Our partnership with the Chamber of Commerce, Saginaw Future, Downtown Development Authority, the Michigan Economic Development Corporation, as well as private businesses, has led to positive investment projects and entrepreneurial initiatives. We've seen more investment in the past few years than the last 20 combined, and it's a tribute to working together and finding creative ways to encourage new development. In June of 2017, I was part of an exciting press conference here in downtown Saginaw where Governor Rick Snyder introduced the My Thrive legislation aimed at revitalizing communities like Saginaw by allowing transformational projects to capture state sales and income taxes to redevelop challenging brownfield sites into new, vibrant developments. Legislation such as My Thrive, which is sponsored by our own Senator Ken Horn, will bring jobs and economic growth to our community and help to revitalize downtown. And I'd like to give a special thanks to Senator Ken Horn for supporting that. Thank you very much, Ken. In November of 17, the City of Saginaw received the University of Michigan Dearborn E-Cities Award for a top-performing entrepreneurial community. Saginaw was one of 4 communities out of 277 studied across the state of Michigan to be identified for the strategies used to foster entrepreneurial growth and economic development. We value the organizations we are partnering with, such as Saginaw Future Incorporated, that strives to make our city successful. Collectively, we are fostering a vibrant and livable city. In 2017, we saw the progress of projects like the Janet H. Nash Riverfront Preserve and the upcoming renovations at Ojibwe Island, as well as the agreement with the Lamar Woodley Foundation to renovate and recreate the former Civitan building. These are just a few of many developments that tell families and potential investors looking to locate in Saginaw that we put a high premium on quality of life as a city. This past year, we have invested over $4 million in road repairs, completing nearly 5 miles of road rehabilitation and $1.5 million improvements to the water distribution system. Another highlight of 2017 is the savings we have achieved through the hard work of our human resource staff. In January of 2017, the city entered into an agreement with retirees to streamline the 20 existing retiree health care plans, which is currently, into 4 plans. This agreement will provide an estimated cost reduction of $2.5 million per year. These savings can now be directed to some of the city's unfunded health care and pension liability obligations. As a retired police officer, the safety of our citizens continue to be a key priority for me and for all members of City Council. I'm pleased to remind you of the encouraging news Chief Bob Ruth announced in January. Serious Part 1 crimes in Saginaw continues in a downward spiral, decreasing another 3% in 2017. The Saginaw Police Department continues to partnership and coalition with the Michigan State Police, Saginaw County Sheriff's Department, Saginaw County Prosecutor's Office, the Michigan Department of Corrections, the FBI, the Secret Service, Saginaw County Central Dispatch, and other police agencies in Saginaw County to better serve the citizens of Saginaw. Would all members of our law enforcement agencies, judicial system, and other partners please stand and be recognized? Would you please stand? Without you, we could not do this. Thank you. Throughout 2017, there were many positive enhancements taking place in our fire department. This includes technology improvements that provide firefighters with immediate access to critical information when needed, and also provide specific location information to crews before they leave the fire station to respond to an emergency incident. The Saginaw Fire Department continues to collaborate with neighboring first responder organizations such as the Saginaw Township Fire Department, Buena Vista Fire Department, the U.S. Coast Guard, and the Department of Natural Resources, and others. Our fire department has established a strong relationship with the community through its DICE camps and the Fire Explorers Post for high school students from our area to educate and encourage these students to pursue a career in fire service. Finally, in 2017, the fire department hosted its second Fires Ops class, which gives elected officials the opportunity to experience the multitude of demands, physical and mental, placed on our firefighters on a daily basis. I would like to acknowledge Chief Chris Van Loo and all Saginaw firefighters, as well as the firefighters from surrounding communities and all first responders who are in attendance today. Would you stand one more time, please? I see you in the back there. Thank you. "2017 was a good year for the city of Saginaw. Looking forward, there are many new and exciting changes that will be rolled out as we continue to move through 2018. Some of these include improvements for the 2018 election at every precinct and polling location that will enhance voting accuracy and increase the security of each ballot, as well as reduce voter wait time. Also, additional demolition of blighted residential and business structures to create more safe and welcoming neighborhoods. Updated software to enhance web security to guard against cyber crimes and protect sensitive government and personal information from data breaches. In May, Saginaw will become a State of Michigan redevelopment ready certified community based on our concerted efforts to enhance the quality of life and create a positive environment for investors, entrepreneurs, and businesses for future economic growth. The city's financial management team continues the challenge of pension and retiree health care costs. Recently, Saginaw was the first municipality to meet directly with the Michigan Treasury Bureau of Local Government to address this issue. While we are not currently where we want to be, Saginaw's budget is balanced, we have positive growth, and very limited general obligation debt. Saginaw is only one of 2 cities in our entire nation with a double cap that was established in 1979. Several past attempts to remove the tax cap has failed, and as a result, we continue to operate on a limited revenue based on property tax revenue set in 1978. I'm excited to announce that several organizations, including the Saginaw chapter of the NAACP, the Ezekiel Project, and the many neighborhood associations, have announced they will take the lead in 2018 and are committed to remove this burdensome double tax cap for the future growth of our city. Give them a hand, please. In 2018, our police and our fire department must face new and challenging obstacles to offer the best safety model for our citizens. Our law enforcement members are tracking 21st century crimes by partnering with the Human Trafficking Task Force Coalition and working with public and private agencies to fight the opiate epidemic. Through increased education, partnership, and collaborative efforts, we are making a positive impact. 2017 brought the difficult news that federal funding through the SAFER grant for 13 fires would not be renewed. In 2018, our fire department is prepared to face this challenge and will continue to provide the safest and most efficient fire safety model for our citizens. And I'd really like to give them a hand because they're working more with less. We will face challenges this year and in the years to come. As I stated, we've made strides in addressing our unfunded liabilities, but we will have to continue to be vigilant and dedicated to setting money aside to pay for these retiree and employee benefits. Saginaw, like many cities, has an aging infrastructure, and we will need to continue to upgrade our streets, our bridges, and water and our sewer system. Additionally, I must mention the difficulty that we face in hiring. We need our young adults to be interested in working for and serving the city. Our goal is to show them that public service is an admirable and rewarding career. As we continue into 2018, City Council now has solid mission and vision statements along with a firm set of core values for the city of Saginaw. Each of you should have a brochure in front of you that details what we have established. It is our belief that the mission and vision statements and core values shared in this publication will provide a sound and workable approach to achieve the future we envision for our city. At our January strategic planning session, we discussed the possibilities for Saginaw as we move into the ever-changing future. There are many exciting technological advancements that we must be prepared for. We must be geared for tomorrow and what lies ahead in 2020, 2030, and beyond. Straight out of an old sci-fi book, driverless vehicles will exist one day in Saginaw, perhaps sooner than we think. More and more companies are developing plans to launch autonomous vehicles in 2020 and beyond. We must improve our infrastructure and be prepared for the technology to accommodate those vehicles. Along with driverless vehicles, we will be welcoming electric cars to the eco-friendly transportation alternative of the future. The affordability of these vehicles will make them much more of a reality in the future. We must be prepared with the changing technology throughout our city needed to accommodate these electric cars. These new mobility trends will also focus us as leaders and planners to rethink and restructure the space planned for large car-oriented infrastructures like our parking garages. There must be a determined effort to prepare for the new innovations, new technology, developing trends in mobility, and the changing workforce and marketplace. We live in a world of great turmoil. Our nation's political, racial, and economic divides threatens to separate neighbors from neighbors. But Saginaw has a willingness to put our differences aside and come together to create community we want to call home. I want to stop and take a moment to acknowledge a few of the many organizations and individuals who are making a difference in our community. First, Pastor Don Dininger, a former Saginaw police officer, and the members and volunteers at Old Town Christian Outreach Center for touching thousands of lives through the weekly neighborhood clothing and food giveaways, meals, and community outreach. Tamara Kleida and Pastor Roy Baldwin created 1 Week, 1 Street in our city and are revitalizing the Saginaw High neighborhood area. Our Riverfront Development Commission has taken it upon themselves by enlisting the help of hundreds of volunteers to dedicate 1 week, 1 weekend each year to beautify Ojibway Island and the riverfront area. The Friends of White Park Committee must be commended for the excitement they have created every winter with the Bring Back the Ice program, as well as many summer activities at the historic park. Light Up the City program, sponsored by Consumer Energy, law enforcement agencies, community groups, and business leaders creating a safer community for everyone. Positive Results Downtown Saginaw brings thousands to Morley Plaza every summer for the Friday Night Live free concerts. Finally, I must recognize the many neighborhood associations that are helping their neighborhoods to thrive and making a positive contribution to our city. This past year, I was given the honor to serve as the Grand Marshal of the Positive Results Downtown Saginaw's 40th Annual Christmas Parade. The annual Holidays in the Heart of the City event occurred the Friday night preceding the parade. Throughout this wonderful weekend, I was privileged to greet visitors to our city and to reconnect with friends I have known for years. Each person I encountered that weekend commented on the heart and the warmth of our city. Through the following week, as we kicked off our holidays, I saw local businesses like the Savoy providing free holiday meals to hundreds of Saginaw residents, and I also saw many local churches handing out food baskets to the less fortunate in our community. Our community cares. Every day, everywhere in Saginaw, there are opportunities for us, including each and every one here this morning, to do our part. We can join and support our neighborhood associations, apply to participate in a city board or commission, volunteer for a worthwhile cause in our city, and simply support our community by attending one of the many hundreds of fun, educational, and entertaining events taking place almost daily in our downtown and riverfront area. In 2014, I brought you a message filled with hope for the city of Saginaw. At that time, I stated that our vision had potential because of the strong foundation that we have as a city. This foundation that I spoke of is found in people. Today, over 4 years later, I still believe in the people who live and work in our city. I still believe in the people who continue to invest in our city, and I believe in the people who have forged valuable partnerships with us. With an ambitious vision, exciting new initiatives, and passionate community partners, Saginaw continues to make great strides in shaping our city into one that is increasingly vibrant, innovative, inclusive, and sustainable. Today, I announce that this is my fifth and my final State of the City address. I have chosen not to run for re-election for City Council next November. Over 4 years ago, Council honored me by allowing me to serve as our mayor of this wonderful city, and I want to thank members of the Council, the Chamber, and the citizens of Saginaw for all your support. On the screen, you see a very young, with those pork chop sideburns, very young, ambitious officer who was driven by a desire to make our city a better place to live and work. Today, that I believe that I could make a difference. I believe in the future of Saginaw. We must continue to reach higher and dream bigger. I still bring a message of hope. I continue to believe in our city, and I believe the best is yet to come. Thank you. God bless you. Thank you much.